Hey guys, this is Allie with Points and a Passport, and today I wanted to talk about miles and points. Woo! So when you're starting out and traveling and wanting to get free travel, you probably hear miles and points used interchangeably. It can often get very confusing very fast. So I wanted to break down what miles and points are and what they aren't, and the easiest way to understand miles and points. So there's really two different categories when it comes to points. There are what I like to call square points and rectangle points. So just like a rectangle and a square. So a rectangle is a square, but a square isn't a rectangle. And that's kind of how the points are as well. So there are two different types of points. There are square points, like the points that I'm earning for staying at a Renaissance, which is a Marriott hotel. So I'm earning Marriott specific points. That means that when I go to redeem those points, I can only use them at Marriott properties. Now they've merged with SBG, so I could use them there and Ritz. But these are specific to this hotel chain. And then there are rectangle points, and those are what you earn usually on credit card spend. So for instance, if I purchase this hotel stay with my Chase Sapphire Reserve, I'm earning Chase points. Those points are rectangle points because you can transfer them to partners, hotel partners like Hyatt or Marriott or IHG. So you have a lot of different options with those points. With the points that I earned for my stay, they would be specific to Marriott, and I'm earning both of those. So if I book with my credit card, I earn those ones, and then while I'm staying here, I'm earning the Marriott specific points. So understanding square points, rectangle points can often get confusing because they both are called points, but one gives you a lot more flexibility, while the other one doesn't give you so much flexibility. When it comes to miles, miles are a little bit easier to understand because miles are earned for flying or for having a co-branded credit card. So for instance, if you have a Delta Gold credit card, you can be earning Delta miles for purchases. The only other way to really earn miles, other than through purchases and through shopping portals and things like that, is through flying. And they are specific to the airline that you fly. So, for instance, if I fly a Delta flight, I couldn't use my Delta Sky Miles for an American Airlines award ticket. I could only use them for Delta. The other way that you can earn miles, which I lightly discussed, is through converting your points into miles. So for example, I have Chase points. I can transfer those Chase points to Lufthansa miles at a 1-to-1 rate. Then I'll have X amount of Lufthansa miles, and I can book an award ticket with Lufthansa that way. So I know that it gets pretty confusing because people will say it costs this amount of miles, and people will think, okay, well, how do I get that amount of miles? Do I have to fly on Lufthansa? No, you can transfer your Chase points. Or if you want to fly with a particular airline, you might want to look into what partnerships it has with credit cards. For example, if you like to fly Delta a lot, you might not fly on Delta all that much, but you want to fly on Delta, it might be better for you to get an American Express card because American Express points can be transferred to Delta. I hope this gives you guys some clarity when it comes to points and miles. Like I said, they can get really confusing, so if you guys have any questions or you wanted to know more about the specific miles or points that you have, feel free to comment below. I'd love to answer your questions, and thanks so much for checking me out, and I hope to see you guys in the air. Mwah!